builders, people who want to be a part of what we're doing next. Because listen, I'm so busy all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I wake up in the morning, I start working immediately. Immediately, I don't even stop. Right now, I'm heading over to Scottsdale Community College because I'm going to get John Kavanaugh ran off that campus is what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get John Kavanaugh of the Arizona Senate. I'm going to get him ran off of the campus. That's my goal right now. So if anybody is in the Scottsdale area, I'm heading to the Scottsdale Community College campus right now. I've got some, I don't want to reach over because I'm driving and I got my car on auto control and I've got the automatic steering dialed in. So how you guys doing? Good to see everybody. So I'm looking for people who build websites. I need people who build websites. If you know someone, how you guys doing? Good to see everybody. I can't really look at the words because even though my car's on autopilot and it's driving itself, I still have to be responsible and make sure I always take a look at the road. So, I mean, I'm hands-free. I'm autopilot right now, which is really cool. But I want to make sure that I just stay responsible. That's all. So I'm looking for people who build websites and are down for what we're doing. And there's some money. There's a little bit of money. So, you know, I don't want anybody to work totally for free, but I need people who are dedicated to what we're doing and our cause and our mission. I could sit here and talk to you guys for a few minutes before I get to Scottsdale Community College. I'm going to try to get John Kavanaugh, who wrote SB 1300, and the other one is House Bill 2319. I believe that's the House bill that he wrote. Let me reach over and grab this real quick. Like I said, I am hands-free right now. I don't have to steer the car. The car will steer itself. So I don't have to have my hands on the steering wheel, just so you know. I am hands-free right now, just so you know. I don't have to steer the car. It'll steer itself. But I do have to make sure I pay attention, just to make sure that I stay responsible. And so I'm going to show you guys the flyer. I'm heading to Scottsdale Community College right now, and I'm going to recruit the kids, and I'm going to try to get John Kavanaugh ran off of campus because he's a 20-year ex-cop. He's a total piece of garbage. So this is the flyer right here. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Kavanaugh has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, John Kavanaugh has got to go. Because he's a 20-year ex-cop. What he writes is he writes bills to, it's SB, I was right, it is SB 2319. So I'm heading over to Scottsdale Community College, and I'm going to go talk with some students. I've got some flyers here. I'll live stream it so you guys can watch what happens there. But what I need you guys to find are people who build websites, because we have to get a new website. We have to get a website where all of the different PDFs and research that I do is available for you guys to download for free. You see what I'm saying? I want to make sure that, and then I want to create an apparatus, because listen, if you guys buy my posters or my ebook or anything that I sell, I'm super grateful. But as you know, I will give it away for free just the same, because you have to know the information. And so we need a new site built. We need a site built organically that is just for delete laws, that just has the PDFs available for you guys to download, that has a registry system. As you know, my site is not allowing donations, and it's not allowing people to register to get a weekly newsletter. And so we need a new website. You know, like I said, I am busy from the time I wake up until the time I go to bed. I don't ever stop, ever. I can't. I just can't. I can't. And then you go back to Hobby and Theory that I posted on the community pages, where we talk about the social contract and Hobbes' view of mankind. And his view of mankind is that everything that we do is based on our own personal self-interest. And so I had to think about that. You know, why am I doing the things I'm doing? Why am I doing TAC? Why am I constantly just going at this? Because what people don't understand is that before there was a camera phone, when I would dress down these cops, I'd get arrested for no reason. I've been to the dungeon 20 or 30 times that I know of, that I can remember. You can find my mugshots in Texas, in Arizona, in California, in Oregon, in Alaska. I have mugshots in 5 different states. That's just off the top of my head. Maybe I've been arrested in Florida too. I can't remember. I've been arrested so many times, because the words I use, their little feelings are hurt. Those cops' feelings are hurt. They're so upset. They're so mad that I said some hard words to them. Meanwhile, they take people to the dungeon and say stupid stuff along the way, like, I have a right to go home safe to my family too, as you arrest someone for jaywalking and you throw them in a dungeon. So, once again, I'm going to keep putting the message out there. We need people who build websites, We want to build an organic site from top to bottom. We want to build an organic site from top to bottom. We want to build a website from top to bottom that is 100% for what we're doing. To get these ridiculous, disgusting laws deleted. That's the point. As long as there is a law on the books, there is a cop ready to enforce that law. Look at Canada. People are talking about Canada right now. Look at Canada, how authoritarian it is. Who's doing the arresting of the people in Canada? The cops are. People think about Canadians being these wonderfully polite and loving people. Yeah, as long as you're not a cop, because the cops are the people who are doing the arresting of the Canadian people. Who's arresting the Canadians for buying food? Cops. Who's arresting the Canadians for not having their bird flu passport? Cops. Cops are. I'm sorry, my mouth's so dry. I'm in Arizona here, so it's just so hard to keep hydrated here. So we're looking for people who build websites. We're looking for people who build organic sites from top to bottom. And there's two different things, probably two different websites that have to be built. And so I'm looking for people who got it. So we're looking for people who build websites, because the website I have right now was a great starter site. But now that there's tens of thousands of people who are paying attention to what's going on in our country, we have to build an organic site. And if you guys watch the very first video on Delete Law's YouTube page called The Terry Era, the Pop Brothers at Law open it up and it says, delete laws. We have to delete laws. There's only like 7,000 views on it or something like that. But in there, I describe a website that does not exist right now that has to be built. That has to be built. That has to be built. Direct D. I've watched Direct D's videos. Listen, just so you know, I don't know Direct D. I don't know him. Would love to meet the guy. Listen, just so you guys know, I am a very polarizing figure, whether I like it or not, because I have very conservative views and very classic liberal views, not liberalism or leftism. I don't have those views. However, I do have very classic liberal views and very conservative views. So remember, when you guys mention people to me, I've never met Direct D. I have no idea if he likes me or hates me. And believe me, there are people in the community who hate me. And from TikTok, I refuse to get involved in the drama. When I associated with other influencers on TikTok who are just popular, good-looking people, I'm not a libertarian either, because I do think that we should have some form of social safety net through taxation. Now, what kind of taxation? Not the 16th Amendment, not the income tax. And did you see the bill in Kentucky? They're trying to make it so cops don't have to pay income taxes. They're trying to make it so that police are free of paying income taxes in the state of Kentucky, which is it's just absolutely ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So I am hands-free right now. The car drives itself. Hands-free is great, but you do have to pay attention. So because I do check out the Google Analytics, and they have said what they explained to me is that about the average watch time of my videos is about 7 minutes. 7 minutes, which is fine. That's cool, whatever. But what I'm saying is the reason why I repeat myself is because I know that someone here might not be here when I say we need people who build websites. I'm looking for someone who builds websites, that has the time, that wants to be a part of what we're doing next, because I can't talk. I'm on a live. But that was Carlos Miller. I can't answer the phone right now. So I'm looking for people who build websites. That's what I'm looking for. We want an organic website built from scratch that has specific functionality. Because remember, you guys, I'm reading new information every single day that you guys should be reading. That you guys should be reading. I need to be able to take the PDF that I read. Like last night, I read Gavin Newsom's police reform bill. And by the way, it's both good and it has both good things and bad things. Newsom's bill, it still police to police themselves about having a civilian board that is autonomous in that Newsom bill for police reform in California. And he talks about having a civilian board that can pull your uh, peace officer's certificate, and the civilian board would be autonomous. But you know what happens from that? Just so you know, what happens is you get a cop's brother, a cop's wife, a cop's lover, best friend, cousin, do other, whatever you want. And that's what happens with those boards. They get inundated with cop suckers. Cop suckers. A friend of mine today, I'm from a very tiny town in Alaska. I'm from a very tiny town in Alaska. I'm from a town of 1,500 people back in Alaska. And a friend of mine today who I've known since I was 6 years old, 7 years old, she had a picture up on her home picture was a thin blue line. And I wrote her immediately and I said, so you just blindly just support a blue line? You just blindly support? What about the bad ones? If you think there's good cops, that's fine. But what about the bad cops? Do you support them too? And when you put up a thin blue line and say yay for this, you and I are different. You and I don't see it the same. I don't support an organization blindly. From the ACLU to the thin blue line and every single organization in between. I do not blindly support an organization. And when you put up a thin blue line, when you put that up, you're saying that you support an organization that has no transparency, that has no checks and balances. So once again, I'm looking for people who build websites. I need someone to build a website, 2 different websites actually. If I'm being honest, I just can't help it. I just put the truth out, whether I like it or not. 2 websites. One is Delete Laws, and the other one I'm not going to say yet because I want you guys to be so. If you watch the Terry era, you'll see the other site besides Delete Laws. You'll see what it's called. You'll see what it is and what it does. And it doesn't exist yet. It was just, remember, I was writing a movie and I wrote this into existence. I've had this idea in my head for years. And I can't wait to release this police reform thing, but I just have things I have to do during the day that force my hand to try to do things to change this police state. And right now I'm heading to Scottsdale Community College because I'm going to try to get John Kavanaugh ran off the campus with the students there. There's no reason in the world John Kavanaugh, who wrote SB 1300 and House Bill 2319 or 5419, I showed the picture earlier. There's no reason why that guy should be on a college campus in America. Why is a cop of 20 years, retired cop, who talks with a New York accent, talks like, and that's fine. And that's fine. I love people from the East Coast. I lived in New York. I was an executive in Manhattan running an advertising agency in 2013, and I met a lot of New Yorkers. I love New Yorkers. But why is an ex-New York or New Jersey cop here in Arizona writing bills that make it so you can't film the police? Why is that? Why is that? Who is his allegiance to? Who is John Kavanaugh's allegiance to? It's certainly not to you and me. If there had been a 20-foot bill with George Floyd, we wouldn't have seen the man get snuffed out. We wouldn't have seen him get snuffed out. And that man was snuffed out. They put their knees on his neck. I mean, the Seventh Amendment says that no one can be prosecuted unless you. I'm still driving hands free. I just want to make sure that I always watch what's going on around me, just to be polite to other drivers, so that people aren't afraid as they see me live streaming here. My car is on automated self driving. My phone's in one hand, my hand's in the other. I'm self-driving, so I don't have to put my hands on the steering wheel. And this is the whole reason why I got this car. So that, okay. So again, if you know somebody, who builds websites and they're good at it and they can be efficient at it, have them reach out to me, because we have to build a new website. We have to build a website that has the function. We have to build the functionality in the website that's going to serve our purpose and serve our needs. It has to happen. It has to happen. And I'm literally manifesting reality every single day. Every day. I see a reality and I go for that reality. And I'm not going to stop. There's nothing's going to deter me. Nothing's going to stop me. Nothing's going to slow me down. You're going to have to, I'll have to be dead. I'll have to be dead because, I watch people, and this is a good example. If you watch people do their job and you watch on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and the best example I have is a real estate agent, right? A real estate agent will go on their Facebook and go, hey, new property, 1400 Main Street. Look how amazing this property is. And they're so excited about their new property that they're going to sell at 1400 Main Street. Do you think that they're really, if I said to that person, listen, I'll give you the commission for that property, and I'll give you the commission for every single property that you would sell exponentially over the next 20 years, you think they'd still sell real estate? Absolutely not. They're in it for the money, the enthusiasm and the excitedness and the jubilance that they show for selling a property is all fake. It's all based on them making money. They don't have a passion for it, which, by the way, here's your next challenge. Listen to the Graham versus Connor oral, I'm sorry. Listen to the Graham versus Connor oral arguments on oyays.org. Graham versus Connor oral arguments. I already downloaded them. I already have a video ready to go. I'm not going to pre-release the video this time. We're just going to watch it together live. But if you want to watch the Graham versus Connor, that's going to be tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, Graham versus Connor. We're going to go over it live. I have a new format from doing it last night. I figured out a better way to do it. Okay. So once again, you guys, we're looking for someone who builds websites. That's what they do. I need someone who builds websites from scratch so that we can build the proper website to create the team that we have to have. We have to have it. It has to be done. It has to be done, or we fail. And our children and grandchildren continue to live in a tyrannical state. So when you see someone sell a property and they're just so jubilant and so happy that they're selling this property, it's for money. They don't really care. You think they care about 1400 Main Street? Do you think in 6 years they look back, that real estate agent, and goes, oh man, that 1400 Main Street, what a great man, what a deal that was, huh? BS. They're doing it 100% for money for themselves. And God bless you, real estate agent, real estate broker, whatever you do. God bless you for selling that property. My original investor, Jeff Lloyd, is a real estate broker, and he made a ton of money and then invested in that wall that I built in my office. And so, God bless them. But that's not their real passion. That's not what they really love the most. In 6 years, when they look back, they don't give a damn about 1400 Main Street. They don't care. They don't care. Meanwhile, when I wake up every single day, as soon as my eyes clack open, I go, dude, what can we do today to change this BS system? I mean, you guys see that if you guys watched the lecture last night. I know it's a long lecture. I didn't really put it. The next Graham versus Connor lecture is going to be a lot better because I have a better format in my head now. But we see it. Tenney versus Brandoff is passed because history says that legislators get immunity, so judges get immunity. And if judges get immunity, then prosecutors get immunity. And if prosecutors get immunity, then surely police get immunity. And that's what we're looking at. So everybody, please, If you know people who build websites and they're down for what we're doing, have them contact me, deletelaws@gmail.com, deletelaws@gmail.com. I'm going to jump off here. Because I'm going to get ready. Thank you, AC. I appreciate it. I'm going to jump off here because I'm going to power up my phone so I can get ready to interview some students. It'll be live. I'm going to interview some students on Scottsdale Community College campus. I'm going to the campus right now because that's the campus that John Kavanaugh is on. That's the campus that John Kavanaugh is on. You guys reach over and hit your like button, hit your thumbs up button right down here. See your thumb right down there? Just reach over and hit that thumbs up button. And then I will get the hell out of here. And I will go over to Scott. I'm almost to Scottsdale Community College now. That's where I'm almost at. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. We need a new website. We actually need 2 new websites. We need 2 new websites. And they're completely different in their functionality. Completely different. So if you guys didn't watch that lecture last night on Pearson versus Ray, there's some parts where it drags a little bit. But let me tell you, there's some parts in there that if you listen closely, you can literally see how the government has taken the power for themselves and made sure that you and I cannot ever hold them accountable. That's what the 1871 Enforcement Act was about. That's what the 1866 Civil Rights Act was about holding government officials responsible, in particular judges, because the judges were letting the KKK members go out of prison, out of jails when they killed black people. I explained that today when I was at the print shop getting these flyers printed up. And by the way, these flyers, man, I really, Jeff Lloyd, J Lloyd Sold, that's his Instagram account. If you guys want to go to JLLOYDSOLD, let him know that Chille misses the printer in his office, because I didn't realize how much money. I mean, these prints to do this were $40 just to get the prints to take to the college to hand out to the students. So Jeff Lloyd, I'm always thinking of how many great things you did for us, because Jeff Lloyd is down for this mission. He's trying to change this shit. He's white, blue-eyed, blonde hair, conservative, Republican, and he wants to delete Terry versus Ohio. Just so you know, conservatives are on the same side. We're all on the same side. We're all against a police state, tyrannical state. We're all against it. So that's where we are. Anyway, cool. Remember, website builders, we need a website builder. That's what we need. We need someone who builds websites that's good, efficient, and solid in building websites. How you guys doing? Looking for someone who builds websites. We need. Okay. Heading to Scottsdale Community College right now. I'm going to try to get John Kavanaugh ran off that campus. John Kavanaugh, who's writing the bills that make sure that we can't film cops, that they can edit and view the footage. It's just disgusting. John Kavanaugh, ex-cop of 20 years, is now a senator. He's now a senator here in Arizona. It's just disgusting. It's just, we have cops in leadership, and cops can't even tie their own shoes. The reason why they become cops is because they have no skills. They have no skill sets. And you can see that when I dress their butt down, when I undress them and say, look at you, bro, you're pathetic. You know, if someone said to me, you have no skills, I would start to list my skills. I could be a graphic designer. I'm a TV producer, executive producer. I'm a writer. I can go into 40 different fields. I'm an executive. I can run anybody's company. I can do Excel. I can do Photoshop, Premiere. I would start to list my skills out, especially if someone said you have no skills. I can teach MMA for a living. Do you know that? I could stop what I'm doing right now, open an MMA studio, and teach MMA for a living. That's what, I could do that right this minute. I have that skill. I could teach wrestling right this minute. I could teach it. I could coach it right this second. If someone told me you have no skills, I would be like, bro, F you, here's my skills. And then I would say, since I do that, you know, it just, I woke up this morning with this. By the way, I already sent an email. John Kavanaugh has a Facebook page. I sent John Kavanaugh a message on Facebook, and I told him, I'm ending your career, John Kavanaugh. If you see this, John Kavanaugh, your career's over. It'll be me that ends it, you tyrant, you ex-swine, you piece of garbage, trying to make it so we can't film cops. You piece of garbage, Kavanaugh. You piece of trash. Talking like this and coming to Arizona, talking with my New York, my East Coast accent because I think I'm the man. I'm gonna talk like this, and he goes and then he goes, "Can you believe this?" No, John, I can't believe you, you piece of garbage. I have no respect for you, bro. I'm ending your career. Go to John Kavanaugh's Facebook page. Everybody, go to John Kavanaugh's Facebook page. He's the Arizona senator in district. Don't think for 2 seconds. Don't even think for 2 seconds that I hold a single modicum of respect for you. I have no respect for you. You're a tyrant. You're the problem. You're the enemy. It's us versus them. Read the Mullen Commission. I sent it out to hundreds and hundreds of people. Read the Mullen Commission. It says straight up, the cops see it as us against them. People are like, oh, you should be nice to cops. They teach cops not to trust us, that we're the worst people ever. All right, I'll get out of here. Website builders. We need someone who builds websites, and they're efficient and they're good, and that's what they do for a living. That's what they do for a living. Need someone who builds websites. You guys need to read all these PDFs that I'm reading. I need a place where I can upload them and I can click so you guys can download them without me having to email it. And for people who can't afford the poster or can't afford the ebook, I need to make it available so they can download it for free. Those of you who bought it for 20 bucks or 25 bucks or whatever you bought it for, thanks. Super appreciate it. But we got to make sure, excuse me, that everybody knows the information, that everybody knows it. Those of you who can buy it and can contribute, I am super grateful. Thank you so much. I woke up this morning, someone had sent me a donation of 30 bucks. Super grateful. Thank you so much because this is my job and I will not stop. If no one sends or no one buys any of my products, I will not stop. I will not stop under any circumstances. I cannot allow this. And we go back to hobby and theory is that men do everything for themselves. Everything is about self-interest. You take care of your children because you don't want other parents to think you're a bad parent. That's hobby and theory. That literally is hobby and theory. He thought man was this horrifically brutal beast. He really did. He really did. So anyway, all right, I'm going to get the heck out of here. I'll be live again in a few minutes on Scottsdale campus when I'm interviewing students on Scottsdale campus because we have got to get John Kavanaugh ran off that campus, make it national news. John Kavanaugh, he's on Facebook. He's the senator from Arizona. He's in the state Senate, and his Facebook page, you can send him a direct message on Facebook and let him know we're coming, John. We're coming for your career. And don't say I'm threatening you, you piece of trash. You tyrant, you total loser trying to make sure we can't film cops. You piece of trash. I'm not threatening you, bro. If I wanted to threaten you, I wouldn't do it. I don't break the law. So I wouldn't threaten another person. There it is. I don't break the law. I'm a law and order guy. I'm for law and order. I'm for rule of law. And for those of you who are not, I'm sorry to hear that. I want a law. I want a law that my mom can't get attacked when she goes to the grocery store. I want a law. I want a law. I want it. Is that so bad? I want to be able to feel like there's some form of social contract. If I'm going to agree to live by laws, then the social contract should dictate that the police are not law enforcement. Police are not law enforcement. Police are here to protect my rights. That's why we have police. I've said this 1,000 times. I'll say it again. If the founding fathers knew that we had law enforcers, they would throw away the Constitution. They would throw it in the trash and say, this is not what we wrote this for. They don't want that. They don't want law enforcers in America. That's not what the founding fathers were about at all. Not even kind of, sort of. And the fact that we've allowed this for so long, it's done. It's time to end. But the only way we can create a coalition is we got to We got to be able to keep track of everybody. I send out free posters and free ebooks constantly. I sent off like 7 this morning. People who emailed me that are on a fixed income, veterans, retired postal worker this morning sent me an email and said he wanted a free poster. He had a fixed income. Dude, my pleasure. It's my pleasure to give that to you. Other people do buy it. I have no problem giving that to you, brother. You know, and some people send me these long-winded messages explaining that they don't, you know, you don't even have to do that, brother. You don't even have to do that. You don't have to explain yourself to me at all whatsoever. You don't owe me an explanation. Okay? All right. I am at Scottsdale Community College right now, as you guys can see. I'm at Scottsdale Community College right now. So I've got these flyers here, and now I'm going to go talk to some students. I'm going to try to find John Kavanaugh's office right now, and I'm going to go find his office, and I'm going to put a flyer on his door that says, your time in public government has come to an end. Has come to an end, John Kavanaugh. Your time being a tyrant, writing bills that make sure that we can't see the body cam footage or we can't film cops is over. In the very last line of SB 1300, which I wish I could post up on my website. I wish I could put the PDF on my website. That's what I wish. When you read the very last line of SB 1300, it says, the previous lines say if your loved one is killed, that they'll release the body cam to the media and to the family. And then the very last line says that, well, if the police agency agrees to release the body cam footage. What kind of BS is that? Kavanaugh, your time has come to an end. His name is John Kavanaugh. He's on Facebook. You can send him a direct message. Everybody let John Kavanaugh on Facebook know your time's up, John. Ex swine of 20 years. Now you're writing bills to get rid of transparency. You piece of garbage, dude. You piece of trash. You really are. You really are a piece of trash, Kavanaugh. You know that? And let me tell you something. You know what? Let's just go. Let's just go. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Is it sweatshirt weather? Okay. Okay, let's go talk to some students here. Let's go see if we can find John Kavanaugh's office. John Kavanaugh's office. Let's see if we can find his office here in beautiful Arizona. It's so nice here. If you guys are freezing your butts off wherever you are, I'm really sorry to hear that. It's about 68 right now, maybe 70. I think it's 68, little cooler than that. Campus is pretty, there's pretty sparse, very few people. When I went to Arizona State University back in the day, there was just thousands of people walking around campus all the time. And just so you know, Scottsdale Community College is a publicly funded college. So that means that I have the right to walk on this campus. This is a publicly funded campus. So they can't even trespass me if I don't break any rules. They can't even trespass me. There's only a few students here. I got 200 prints. Hang on one second. Let me turn that map off. I'm going to be blank for 1 second. Let me do that. Man, there's no students here. There's no students. There's no students. There is no students on Scottsdale Community College campus. I mean, there are no students. Look, there are no students. I came to this campus. I got 200 flyers for student support services, campus directory. Can anybody tell me where John Kavanaugh's office is here at Scottsdale Community College? Can anybody tell me that? Can anybody tell me where John Kavanaugh's office is here on Scottsdale Community College? Can anybody tell me what office he's going to be in, or what? Can anybody tell me what building he's going to be in? What building he's going to be in? Just one at a time, slowly but surely. One at a time, slowly but surely. I don't care if I talk to one person at a time. I just don't care. So it has to be done. It has to be done. So let me get my box of flyers here real quick. There that is. Okay. There's that. Okay, here we go. Here's a student right here. Hey, my friend, how are you? Have you ever heard of this guy, John Kavanaugh?
Nope, I don't ever believe I have.
He's on this campus here. He's a student. He's a teacher at this campus. He's writing the bills that make it so that we can't film police here in Arizona.
Mm.
So I want to get him ran off campus. That's what my goal is.
So how you plan on doing that?
With your help. With your help.
All right. So how do you plan on doing? So
Well, I want you to
go ahead.
take the flyer and I want you to learn who that guy is. And then I want to run him off campus. I don't want him on campus anymore
Yeah.
because he's a tyrant.
Well, there's plenty of shitty politicians out here.
Well, yeah, but they don't write bills that make it so that you can't film cops, and this piece of garbage does. Because we only know that cops are horrible because we film them. Do you see?
Well, that wasn't the only way, but it goes a long way.
He's a student here on Scottsdale. I just want to film you if you didn't want to be filmed. I was just trying to be polite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I prefer not to be filmed if you
sure,
don't.
then I won't film you, brother. I don't want to offend you at all whatsoever. Not even kind of, sort of. So
Yeah, but yeah. I'm usually not one for getting involved in politics, but this piece of
yeah, I
shit.
think it's important though. I think
Yeah.
it's super important.
Yeah,
You know.
this piece of shit, there's a piece of shit.
Good. How you doing?
Yeah. Just
How are you today?
just having,
You look great.
yeah, just having a
You look
conversation.
great.
Just having a conversation with this mister right here.
What do you do? You're a field canvasser.
Yes, I am.
What can I see it? What does it look like? Kim H. Field canvasser. What are you canvassing for?
I'm collecting signatures against predatory debt collection practices for medical bills.
Mm. I'm not a resident of the state of Arizona, so I don't know if I could sign it.
Well, what are you doing?
I'm trying to get John Kavanaugh ran off campus
Okay.
because he's the tyrant that wrote the bill that makes us you can't film cops,
Oh, okay.
and I think that that's a very bad thing. I think that's a horrifically bad thing.
All right.
Don't you?
I am not going to respond to that because I'm on the clock right now.
You mean you're not for freedom of the press, the First Amendment of the United States? You can't say that you're for freedom of press. How about, like, let me ask you another. Instead of John Kavanaugh paraphrasing like that, do you believe in the First Amendment that we have the freedom of press?
I do believe in the First
Well, in
Amendment.
any
Boom.
case, I've got places to be and things to do, so I wish you well.
Okay, partner. Thanks for your time. Appreciate you. God bless. Oh yes, this is gonna be a good time. This is gonna. Well, take this if you want, ma'am, and then send me an email if you want to join. I'm gonna try to. There's no students here. I would like to have a rally here with thousands of students if I could to try to get John Kavanaugh kicked off this campus. Did anybody figure out where his yeah, I'm looking for someone who builds websites, by the way. So I'm looking for someone who builds websites. I want to keep that message going. Nice to meet you, ma'am. So remember, we need someone who builds websites. There's actually campus security right over here. So I think I want to give him a flyer. I think I want to give this campus security right over here a flyer. It says police on it. Let's go over and talk to him. Let's go over and talk to the cop. Let's go talk to him. Let's go have a conversation with that guy. Yeah. Let's go over and have a talk with a tyrant. Let's go talk with the tyrant. We're going to talk to a tyrant. Maybe I could just get information from the tyrant and find out where John Kavanaugh's office is. Maybe I could go into student services since there's nobody here and there's nobody on a school campus in the middle of the day. That's just crazy to me. Maybe inside of there. Maybe in there. Maybe there's one in there. Let's see if we can. I mean, literally, this is a huge, beautiful campus, and there's nobody here. There's nobody here. There's nobody on this campus. It's absolutely incredible to me that there's nobody on this campus. It is mind boggling. Hey, can I give you guys a flyer? Is that okay if I give you a flyer? So, John Kavanaugh on this campus, and he shouldn't be. He should be ran off campus. John Kavanaugh is the guy who wrote the bill that you can't film police. And as you know, the reason why we know police are terrible is because we've been filming them for the past decade now. And with John Kavanaugh, he's an ex-cop of 20 years. So I was hoping to find some students here, but it doesn't look like there's any students here. But he doesn't belong on campus, and he works here. Thank you. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your time. Yeah, it's so funny because so few people. This one says employees only. Center for Teaching and Learning. Let's go find out where John Kavanaugh's office is real quick here. No, I'm not wearing a mask. Sorry. It's not going to happen. Oh, that door's locked. Maybe in here. Hey, brother, how you doing? Can I give you a flyer just real quick, sir? You have a teacher on this campus. His name is John Kavanaugh. He wrote a bill that makes it so you can't film cops. And the problem with that is that goes against our First Amendment right. And he shouldn't be a teacher on this campus if he's going to be against the First Amendment, especially because he's an ex-cop of 20 years. So he's the guy writing SB 1300 and House Bill 2319. House Bill 2319 hasn't passed yet. But if this passes, you won't be able to film police.
Okay.
So this is my email and my contact here. I'd like to do a rally on campus here. I want to get this guy kicked off campus.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to be against the First Amendment, you don't belong teaching students. You know, he's a parasite. He's a parasite. He's a parasite. That's what he is. That's what he is. I mean, so, you know, and it doesn't matter. Listen, and by the way, just so you know, I'm a conservative. I'm all for law and order, 100%, but I'm not for no transparency.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I came here. I'm surprised there's absolutely no students here. There's no students here. Very few.
Yes, all of mine.
I mean, you're for the First Amendment, right?
Yeah, it's First Amendment, right?
Yeah, First Amendment. You have a First Amendment right. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah, so the more people who know about John Kavanaugh, the better. John Kavanaugh's the tyrant who's trying to make it so you can't film cops.
Oh, gotcha.
So he's on this campus. We got to get him ran off campus. That's why I'm here. Thanks, guys. No, I'm not wearing a mask. No, that's illegal. No. Oh, this is the library. This is the library. So this is a publicly funded library. So Scottsdale Community College is a publicly funded. This is beautiful, by the way. Let me just show this to you guys. Scottsdale Library is a publicly funded library. That means that you have a right to film in here all you want, just so you know. I'll check in here. Okay. Hi.
Masks are required at the library at all times. There's some right at the front if you want to grab them.
Oh, no, thank you.
Okay,
No.
then I'll have to ask you to leave the library.
Okay, I'll just need a little information, ma'am. Can I get the office of John Kavanaugh?
I don't know where that is.
You don't have a way you can look that up or anything like
No,
that?
and I can't discuss this with you until you come out.
I'm so sorry. Let me take off my headphones real quick. I'm so sorry. I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
Masks are required. If you want to discuss something with us, you'll have to please put a mask on.
No, I'm not going to wear a mask. And don't you have? Isn't this protection right here? This is a publicly funded library.
That's not the point.
It does matter. A mandate's not law, sir.
We're on tribal land. It's the tribal policy, and we follow
Well,
that.
the policy's not a law.
Would you like me to call campus security? Would you like to
You
discuss
can,
that?
but I mean, or you could just help me out a little bit and tell me where John Kavanaugh's office is, and I'll leave your
If you
library.
refuse to wear a mask, I refuse to help you.
If I won't wear a mask, you refuse to help me.
Yes, the policy is you have to have a mask when you're
That's a
inside.
policy, though. That's not the law, ma'am. That's a policy.
I don't.
Why won't you help me? Why don't you just give me John Kavanaugh's office, and then
I
I'll.
don't know where it is.
All right, well, don't get so excited. Remember, I'm a human. You're a human. I've already had COVID, so I already had the antibodies built, and so it's. You see what I'm saying? Do you know where? Can you just tell me where John Kavanaugh's office is, and then, by the way, that respirator looks heavy duty, brother. It looks heavy duty. Do you think that? Did you get COVID already? No, he doesn't want to be filmed. She doesn't want to be filmed either.
I definitely don't want to be filmed.
Okay, sir, I won't film you, dude. Hey, let me give you a piece of paper.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
I'm okay. I don't care.
No, John Kavanaugh's an ex-cop who has a bill that he doesn't want to film cops anymore.
Cool, dude. I appreciate the sentiment.
Sure.
The way they're going about doing it. I don't appreciate it. I don't think
Don't appreciate what?
anyone does. So.
What are you talking about?
You can't be
How do you think black people got freedom? By people not following the rules.
Dude, I will literally.
The 1866 Civil Rights Act made it so that we could have.
Stop talking to me and get away from me.
Sure, I can get away from you.
Sir, you can't be filming in here, especially not students.
I can film in here. This is a
No,
publicly
you
funded
can't be
library.
filming in here when students are.
Can you show me that law?
We have policies on this.
Okay, let me see it. Can I see your policy, please?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
If you want, but you're gonna have to put on a mask.
I'm not going to put a mask on.
We are having public safety come over and we will talk to you.
They can talk to me all they want.
You're asked to leave. You've been asked to leave multiple times.
But this
Dude,
is
you're
a
being
public.
a fucking asshole when you're regarding me as a fucking black
And you're
person.
filming a
I'm
student.
here.
Are you going to attack me?
No, I'm not gonna
Is
attack
he
you. I'm gonna get as
attack
close to you as
Hold
you
on,
were
hold
to
on,
me,
hold on.
dude. Get
Let
the
me-
fuck
let me-
away from people.
me-
What are you doing? Nobody cares about John Kavanaugh, dude. Nobody cares. Stop filming me. Dude, get the fuck away.
I'm walking over here, bro. I keep walking away from you.
You can't be filming students in here.
He just walked up to
You're
me.
gonna need to leave.
Dude, you're being an asshole and you're referring to
I'm
me as
not
a
being a
black
jerk
person
at
when I don't
all.
even fucking know you.
Leave now,
Don't
sir.
refer to me or my race. I don't fucking know you,
Hey,
you
sir.
fucking douchebag.
Hey.
Go do some fucking steroids and work out.
What?
Here,
You're a
let
fucking
me
asshole.
just show you something.
Dude, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like I said,
Do you see
I
the?
don't care, dude.
You
You
see
don't
the?
come up to me and refer
Do you
to
see
me as
the
a black
back of my
person.
shirt? Do you see the back of my shirt where it says
I don't give a
constitutional law
fuck, dude.
scholar?
I will put my
You
hands
see
on
that?
person. Don't refer to me or my
You're gonna
race.
put your hands on
There's
me?
no
Is that
need to
what
bring
you
race into this. He came up to me to offer me some shit that I don't fucking want.
Whoa.
Sir.
Yeah.
No, get this guy the fuck out of here. I'm giving you what's going on, man. I don't need help. Get him off. Get him out of here. Is he a student? Is he a student?
Wow.
No.
Sir, wow. How you doing, officer?
I'm doing okay,
Let you talk to me instead of holding
Sure.
the camera. You can pull the camera, but
You have a thin blue mask line on your flag.
yes, sir. Yes, sir, I
Come
do.
on, dude.
What's going on?
Nothing. I just came here to ask for John Kavanaugh's offices.
Okay.
That's all I wanted.
Okay,
I'm not
so
trying
that's
to-
what
I'm
you
not trying
wanted.
to cause a public controversy here.
What happened with this?
He just lost his mind. I mean, it's on film. You know, lots of people saw him just lose his mind.
Okay, what did he lose his mind over?
He walked over to me like he was going to attack me. He told me to put his hands on me.
Don't bring race.
Just out of the blue?
Why am I being talked
Okay,
to
so,
about my race?
but there was no reason. What did he say? Because he's saying something about up here.
I
Saying
want
something
to
about a
give him.
mask.
I want to give him a flyer right here.
Okay.
So this is John Kavanaugh. He wrote Bill SB 1300,
Uh-huh.
and he wrote House Bill 2319.
Okay.
And what this makes it is so that we can't film police. And as you know, without transparency, what we've seen time and time and time again is that we.
Asshole, so I'm saying, get out of my face. I literally.
Okay, are you a student here, sir?
I sat here.
I'm not going to answer any questions, sir. As you understand, I mean that is my Fifth Amendment right. I'm a constitutional law scholar.
Yeah, I see it on your shirt.
You know,
Okay.
this is you know. I'm just. It's gotten to the point now where people who are. It's gotten to the point now where people who are educated, that understand how the Constitution works, who understand how the Bill of Rights work, it's gotten to the point now where normal people like me, we have to get involved, and we have to try to fight back for our rights.
I'm not talking to
This
you.
guy's still going crazy.
If you would get away from me, nobody would be talking to me. The same thing with him. Get away from me.
Is this because I said he was black? He is black. He is black, right?
What's up?
Hey, how you doing today?
Good. How about we step outside?
Oh, no, I haven't gotten the information yet that I requested, and this is a publicly funded library on a public campus. So that means that I would like the office of John Kavanaugh. That's all I asked. And as you know, that mask doesn't help anything. So I'm not going to follow a mandate because I'm a constitutional law scholar. And what I do know is that mandates are not the law. And are you a law enforcer or are you campus
I'm
security?
a police officer.
Oh, there's a police. Can I get
So,
your name and badge number, sir?
Sure. Robert Smeeds, and my serial number is 15. What is my serial number? 156.
I have no idea.
We never use them.
Listen, just so you know,
56443.
5'6" what?
56443.
And can I get your name and badge number, officer?
I don't have a badge number. Here's my name right here.
It's that's a cool. You're not getting. I actually teach mixed martial arts, so he wouldn't beat my ass. I would throw him on the ground pretty quick if he attacked me.
Who are you looking for? And I'll try
John
to find.
Kavanaugh, just give me the office number and I'll leave here, man. I'm not trying to cause.
Okay, I don't
any
have it in my head or anything, so I have to go look
Okay.
for it.
Gotcha. By the way, what kind of last name is that, officer? Is that a Native American last name?
It is. Just so, okay, John Kavanaugh is an instructor over in the Administration of Justice program.
What's that, sir? I'm sorry. I was being screamed at.
Okay.
I won't. By the way, I won't yell at you.
All right.
Just so you know.
I'm not
I
yelling
won't
at you
attack you. I'm not. If I put my hands up, I'm not going to assault you. I'm a constitutional law scholar, so I'm not into attacking
John
police.
Kavanaugh is an instructor over in the Administration of Justice program. That's what I'm.
Right. John Kavanaugh is an instructor in the administration of what?
Justice.
Of justice program. And so where's that building?
It's in the applied science.
It's in the applied science. I mean, you do know, sorry about that, Officer Smeeds. I mean, you do know that I can stay here for as long as I want, and I can film here as long as I want, and no one can stop me.
Actually, that's not true.
Tell me the law that I'm breaking.
Well, if you refuse to comply with the mask mandate, then obviously I'm
You can
not
arrest
going
me?
to tell for trespassing.
But I have to be trespassed first but who's going to trespass me on public property?
Well, that would be one of the administrators.
But the administrator doesn't own the public property.
Okay, well,
You see what I'm saying?
I'm just
I mean,
telling
if you arrested me, you would open yourself up to a 1983, and I would sue you personally, because you'd be working outside of the color of law. Your mandate is not law.
okay. You're right.
You know
the
that.
mandate itself is not law.
You would be sued personally. I would sue you personally because you're working outside of the color of law.
No, because I'm not enforcing the mandate.
But if you touched me physically and you detained me and you arrested my motion,
I'm not gonna
I'm
argue
just,
about these
I'm
things
just
with
saying.
you or discuss them with
Yeah. Okay, you don't have
If
to
you want to
discuss it
know,
with me.
if you want to know where John is, we'll be happy to
Yeah,
provide that
that's
information.
it. Dude, that's it. That's it.
So,
That's it.
okay.
That's it. No,
I'll
no,
get
no.
it.
No, no.
I don't understand it. I literally don't get it because they're fucking crazy. Every fucking
And you notice I'm not yelling back at that man. I'm not going to yell back at him. I'm not going to raise my voice or be disrespectful to anybody. Okay? He's losing his mind over there because I talked about the 1866 Civil Rights Act, which creates section 18, U.S. Code 18, section 242, deprivation of rights under the color of law. Because you do have rights. You have a right to do whatever you want. You are a free person in America. Now, if there's a law that I'm breaking, well, then I'm more than willing to. These people are really upset. People are really upset over nothing.
I asked him several times, like,
Actually, I'm not going to not breach the peace. I'm not going to respond to him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, I don't want to disturb the peace, so I'm just going to stay quiet over here.
no, the fucking
Okay, just to show you that I am a law and order guy and I agree with law and order. I'm not he's saying things like that threatening me. I teach mixed martial arts, so he wouldn't beat me. But I'm not going to challenge him and use fighting words.
Okay.
As you know, that's going to go back to the case of
Well,
fighting words is going to be what case is
Can I
that?
ask you a question?
Sure.
Are you like the
A First Amendment auditor?
First Amendment
100%.
That's what I thought.
100%. Not only am I a First Amendment auditor, though, I actually coach and teach First Amendment auditors. Right?
So that's what this is all about, really.
No. I'm sorry, sir. Did you not see my flyer? I showed you the flyer, didn't I? Let me show it to you, sir. See, if I engage with him and I scream back and forth with him, they could charge me with breaching the peace or disturbing the peace. And you don't want to do that. You want to keep your calm. You want to talk nice and slow. So what John Kavanaugh is doing is he's trying to make it so that we can't film police. And as you know, without transparency, like for example, if you arrested me, then thousands of people would see it, and then I would sue you. You see?
Yeah.
So that what that does though is it shows the judge and it shows the courtroom.
Is this why you want to talk to John
Yeah, that's it.
about that?
That's it. See, I didn't come here to audit the library. That's not why I'm here at all. I would tell you if I did. I would be directly honest because when you have.
So how did we end up with the service of this gentleman?
Because I tried to explain to him that the reason why we have the right to film police goes back to the 1866 Civil Rights Act, which creates U.S. Code 18, Section 242. Back then it was called, I think it was Section 8, 43, and 47. Yeah, I don't want anybody walking behind me, just so you know. But if you guys find out where Kavanaugh's office is, I'll be happy to leave the library. I don't want to disturb the peace for you guys. I'm trying to make this peaceful thing.
Well, I don't even know.
But dude, but just so you know, like why are you wearing that on your face? Don't you know that the public really hates that? That you pledge an allegiance not to the American flag, but to a blue stripe?
We're not pledging allegiance.
Well, then why is he wearing that? You look like a clown. Like, why would you put that on your face? It's so disrespectful to us.
I don't believe so.
It's so disrespectful to us. I'm not sure why everybody's so upset right now. Why is everybody so mad?
I'm not sure what his problem is.
I mentioned that he was
said
black,
something. Oh, I said it.
but he is black. You're white.
Yeah. No, I'm not actually, but
Oh, you're not? What are you?
it's my personal.
Oh, that's cool. I don't answer questions either. I understand how you feel. You notice I haven't been disrespectful to you at all. I mean, he's wearing a clown mask, and that's pretty silly. But you don't see any thin blue stripes on you, so, good up on you, bro. If you're just doing your job and you're not being a Nazi, then I get along with you fine. I mean, if you threaten to arrest me,
Constitutes a Nazi.
someone who enforces mandates, you'd be a Nazi, because a mandate's not law. And if you arrest me and you enforce a mandate, you open yourself up to personal civil liability, and I would sue you. I would sue you personally.
Well, I wouldn't be enforcing the mandate.
What would you be enforcing?
Trespassing.
But why am I being trespassed?
Well, I haven't trespassed you yet.
It's illegal as well. It's legal.
Yeah, it's legal. It's really still
And I
illegal.
have no, there's nothing I can do.
This is a public library. I'll answer your question for you, sir. This is a public library, so I have a right to film in here. I could literally be auditing this library, and if you guys arrested me, which I would allow you to do, because I wouldn't resist, then I would sue you all. I would sue every person here and this campus, and I would win. It would take a year or two, but I'll win. This is how it works. I mean, this is the laws of our country. And mandates, as you know, from the 1920 Prohibition mandate that's based on the Volstead Act, what it did, it destroyed America. Right? You know that.
No.
Oh, yeah.
America's still here.
No, it created the prison industrial complex. We had 300,000 people. In 1920, we had about 40,000 people in prison. By the time the mandate ended in 1933, we had quadrupled that. We had 160,000 people in prison. And we built the prison industrial complex based on a mandate. Are you for that? Making criminals out of people? The only reason they're mad at me is because I'm not wearing a mask, which is silly. You know as well as I do, that mask, and yours is dirty. Look how dirty his mask is. You think that's healthy? You think that's healthy? You couldn't possibly think that's healthy.
Who are you talking to?
You. Do you think that's healthy to wear that dirty? I mean, you guys, look how dirty the mask is. It's filthy.
It's dirty on the outside.
Because you touch it and take it off. How many times do you go into surgery and they take the mask off and put it back on, take the mask off and put it back
I
on?
don't go into surgery.
Well, God bless you, sir. He doesn't go into surgery. Good for you, brother. I'm glad you're healthy, dude.
Thanks.
You look like you're a healthy guy. You look like a guy that is. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't come to audit the library. I just came to ask them, where John Kavanaugh's office was. I didn't come in here to audit the library. I didn't do that. I came here to hand out some flyers. This is a community building, my friends. This is I looked it up before I came. This is a publicly funded campus, and the charter is good until, what's the charter good until? 2037, I believe that the publicly funded campus is good till 1930. But let me just talk to you for a second. Listen, when you put that on, when you put that thin blue line on, what you do is you tell the public that you're our enemy, that you believe that it's us versus them. That's what happens when you put that thin blue line on. You tell us that you're against us by wearing that thin blue line, that you've pledged allegiance not to the Constitution, but to a blue stripe on your face. And it's an embarrassment. You honestly, sir, I really love your last name. You see anything it's a Native American last name? Is that Native American? Anyway. But you tell us by wearing that you're against us, that you are against the people and you're not for the Constitution. You know that, right? Like, that's how we see it. You can ignore me, but that's the truth. That's the truth. Let me ask you, can you tell me, why would you put that on your face? How come you put that on your face? Why would you wear that? I mean, there's thousands of people watching. Why would you wear that on your face? I'm just wondering. Typical cop. I asked him exactly why he would wear a clown mask, and he acts like a clown. He doesn't speak. Embarrassing. What an embarrassment.
So did the librarians ask you to leave?
No.
Because the mask, they haven't?
They asked me to put on a mask, and I politely declined.
When you declined, did they ask you to leave?
I'm not answering any questions,
Okay.
as you know.
Well, I'm not answering any questions either, just so you know.
Okay, clown. I didn't ask for any of this. There's nobody within me. Look, who could I possibly spread COVID to? There's nobody here. Of course he can't look me in the eyes. He's a clown. I'm a constitutional law expert. I can teach you right now that if you guys trespass me, I can file suit against you. Just so you know, and I will hold you personally liable for violating my civil liberties. If you violate my rights, I will sue you personally. I will sue her personally, I will sue her personally, and I will sue her personally. Under a 1983. And then you'll have to hire a lawyer. The lawyer for your constitutional case will cost you at least a $5,000 retainer. So be very careful before you trespass me. I mean, I can tell you the statutes if you want. I can read the statutes to you. I'm just telling you, librarians, make sure you understand that you're personally held liable. I just want to let you guys know that. This is what I do for a living, so I will sue you. I will sue this campus. You're not allowed to trespass me from a public building, especially when I haven't disturbed the peace. I haven't been anything but respectful to everybody here besides the guy wearing the Tom mask. You really just don't understand how the public sees you, do you? I mean, you don't understand that when you put that blue thin line on your face and you wear that, when you desecrate the American flag and you wear that, you embarrass the police department. You know that, right? You embarrass all of us. Your grandchildren will deny that you were their grandfather because you're going to go down in history as a Nazi, just so you know. I'm telling you, especially because you wear that thin blue line and you still won't just say you're sorry. Why don't you change that? Do you pledge allegiance to the Constitution or to a thin blue line, sir? I'm trying to be respectful, but you won't talk. So, I mean, I could dress you down like I do other cops, but I'm just trying to have a nice conversation. I mean, you have a thin blue line here. He has a thin blue line there on his jersey, and then he has a thin blue line on his face. So who do you serve? Who's your master? Is it the American people, or is it the thin blue line? Do you pledge allegiance to an organization, or do you pledge allegiance to the Constitution? We hold these truths to be self-evident that every man is created equally. I mean, this, you don't have a privilege over me, do you? As usual, they're all deer in the headlights, every one of them. Every time I talk to the cops, every single one of them is just deer in the headlights. Because they don't know the law. He doesn't even know. See, the reason why they haven't trespassed me is because they don't know the law. They don't understand the law. I mean, I don't even know why you guys get so excited. There's nobody here. There's nobody in the library. I'm within, there's nobody within 20 feet of me. So who could I possibly infect with your global flu? How could I infect anybody? Could I get a water? Just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. I mean, you do understand that if you would force a mandate, that I can hold you personally liable under 1983. You understand that, right? I'm a constitutional law scholar. You understand that, don't you? Not only can I sue this exact school and the city, I can sue you personally because you're working outside of the color of law. Did you know that? Do you know what the color of law is, sir? Do you know what the color of law is? Do you understand that your scope of practice has to exist within the color of law? And if you don't practice law inside of the scope, you go outside the color of law. This is a very simple definition for you to understand. It's simple for simpletons. Very simple. You don't have to worry, dude. I'm not going to attack you, dude. I'm for law and order. I would never put my hands on you, sir. I would never in any way physically engage with you. So you don't have to be afraid of me. You don't have to back off. You don't have to like back up, you know. There's nothing that's going to happen to you from me, bro. If you guys force me to arrest under threat of arrest, you know what I'm saying, then you violated my constitutional rights. And that, my friend, I'll have no choice but to file litigation against you, you know. And this is what I do for a living. So I just want to be clear on that. I want you to truly understand what you're facing if you guys decide to violate my rights. See, the reason why he's over there talking to a lawyer on the phone is because they don't know the law. The people who are here to enforce the law, they don't know the law. He's over there talking to a law. He's over there talking to someone who knows the law because he doesn't know the law. That's what you're dealing with here. That's what you're dealing with. That's what you're dealing with. I mean, and this one's wearing a blue stripe on his face. I tried to explain to him that people hate that. That American, like, you understand that, right? Inside of your organization, you guys might like that thin blue line, but out here in the real world, we hate it. We see it as you pledging allegiance to that. I need to get a gimbal. That's what I need to get. You guys do me a favor. If anybody here puts any money in toward a super chat, I'm going to get a gimbal. I'm going to get a portable gimbal because my hands shake. And part of that is adrenaline because I'm dealing with tyrants who could grab me and put me in cuffs at any second. But I need to get a gimbal. I need to get a gimbal. See my hand's shaking again. Also, when you hold your hand up for 30 or 40 minutes straight, it really hurts. It really hurts. So any money that comes into Super Chat, I'm going to buy a gimbal. That's what the next money is going to go to. I'm going to buy a gimbal because I can't. Oh, God bless it. I'm sorry. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I'm doing my best here, but my hand's just shaking. And plus, you know, when you're under threat of arrest and they're over there conferencing, trying to figure out, they don't know what the law is. They're over there conferencing. They don't even know what the law is. And that woman said she wouldn't help me unless I put a mask on. And I said, I'm not putting a mask on. It's a mandate. I mean, especially in the state of Arizona. I mean, the state of Arizona is supposed to be about freedom and liberty. And here in the state of Arizona, they want to trespass me for a mandate. That's preposterous. That's absolutely preposterous. You can't trespass me. And just a quick question. Who would trespass me? Who has the authority to speak on behalf of a public institution? Who has that right? Who here claims the right to be the arbitrator of publicly funded buildings? I would be very careful. I would be very careful. If I was you guys, I'd be very careful. Or you could just give me John Kavanaugh's office and I'll leave. I'm willing to leave. I'm willing to leave. I didn't come here to audit this library. If I wanted to audit the library, I would say I'm here to audit the library. I came here for John Kavanaugh's office. Thanks a lot, guys. We're at 36 bucks. I got to get a gimbal. If anybody knows which kind of gimbal to get as well, because my hands shake. My hands shake. I'm really sorry. I mean, it's a public library, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're having a conversation with you.
Well, that's okay. No, I'm going to stand right here. This is a public space, and I can stand wherever I'd like. Ma'am, if you had just given me the service I asked for, we wouldn't even be here. If I had just asked, if you had just given me the information I asked for, I would leave politely. I didn't come here to audit you guys. I am a First Amendment auditor, and you guys should respect the Constitution. You're a publicly funded building. I looked up your charter. I looked up what this school is about. I don't know why look how upset you are. You're going to take this with you into your daily lives.
I need to download the software.
I don't see you're being so upset, and I'm not even upset.
I was wondering if you
I wish you luck. I hope you guys don't take your power so seriously from now on. You should be a little more responsible.
Wow. So I checked into the.
I mean, you do understand the law, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you understand I can't be trespassed from a mandate, especially when I haven't even raised my voice or cursed. I've been very respectful.
Well, that's fine.
But you can't.
I think you are mistaken.
I'm mistaken? Okay, then teach me the Constitution so I can understand it. I teach it to tens of thousands of people, but maybe more than I do. I'm willing to learn from you. Explain to me how you can trespass me using a mandate when mandate's not a law, and you're a law enforcer. You're not a policy enforcer, you're a law enforcer. So their policy has no bearing on the law. Zero. Okay, so then tell me how you could trespass me when I haven't done anything wrong.
You can be trespassed from places if you don't follow the rules of the establishment.
No. Who's going to take the reins of saying that they're in charge of a publicly funded building? Who's going to take that responsibility? Because I'll sue them.
Well, that's what we're waiting for.
Okay, that's what I'm waiting for too. All I wanted was information of where John Kavanaugh's office was, dude. Why don't you just give me
Has
the
it occurred to you
information?
that maybe they don't know?
It's occurred to me that none of you know the law. You told me just a second ago you can trespass me, and you're wrong. You are wrong. You're wrong.
Okay.
I teach this for a living.
Where do you teach?
I'm teaching you right now.
Where do you teach?
I'm teaching you right now. You can go to my YouTube channel. It's called Delete Laws. You can go to my YouTube channel. It's called Delete Laws. You could. Right now there's 300 people watching, and when this airs, there'll be 10,000 people who watch it. I'm telling you, dude. This is what I do for a living. This is all I do. I don't do anything else. So if I wanted to audit the library, I would say I'm here to audit the library. I wasn't. I just came in to ask for information, and then she said, "I'm not going to service you unless you put a mask on." She's a publicly funded employee. She has to service me. I'm a member of the public.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that incorrect?
No, you are a member of the public, yes.
I'm the public. I am a citizen according to the 1866 Civil Rights Act, which defined what a citizen was. This is a publicly funded institution, which means that I'm working within my rights as a citizen, which is defined in the 1866 Civil Rights Act. So then how can you trespass me for being a citizen and accessing a publicly funded library? How could you trespass me? And if I am trespassed and I'm forced to leave, I'm going to sue you guys. I'll follow up litigation. That's what I do. I mean, you guys should have a constitutional law scholar on this campus. There should be someone who's an expert in
Probably John Kavanaugh.
that tyrant. He wrote the bill that we can't film cops.
Yeah, well, that's probably not going to pass.
SB 1300 already passed. It said even if they kill you on camera, it's up to the police agency to decide if they want to release the body cam footage. That's terrifying. The reason we have body cam footage is for transparency. And now the cops are claiming footage of it that we pay for publicly. And then if we want that footage, we have to pay more money to get the footage that's publicly funded already.
I know it sounds kind of
It's a double dipper. We're getting taxed twice. So, but you know, after a while though, just so you know, man, my hands, not I mean, but plus, I mean, I'm dealing with someone who can arrest me, who can put handcuffs on me, right? And so there's some stress there. And so my hands, you know, whether I like it or not, I get a little shot of adrenaline in my hand. Oh God, just shook real bad right now when I talked about it. And so, you know, whether I like it or not, you have these nerves that go through your body. And so, you know, my mouth is dry. I would love some water, but they're not going to give me any water. She wouldn't even tell me where John's office was. The idea that a public...
I doubt John's here just...
Oh, that's okay. I was just going to tape a flyer to his office. I already sent him an email. I'm going to end his career.
Probably won't let you. Well, how are you going to do that?
I'm going to get him voted out. Oh, no, I'm a law and order guy, dude. I'm not about violence. No violence for me, dude. I mean, I teach MMA, as you can see from my ears, but I don't want to fight anybody, brother. I'm not here to... You're not going to get anything done through violence. It won't happen. It's stupid to even say that. And all of you guys know, if you ever talk about violence in my chat, I tell you, get out. Get out of the room. No violence. We have to be peaceful. We have to do it through legislation. We have to do it through unity. We have to come together. So.
Excuse me.
Take your time, officer. I appreciate it. All I wanted to know was John Kavanaugh's office. That guy out there who I told him he was black is still very upset. He's still very upset. But there's nobody even around me. There's nobody even here. There's nobody even here right now. There's nobody even here. You guys get a constitutional scholar on the phone yet? Get someone who knows the law? I'm at the Scottsdale Public Library. I'm at the Scottsdale Community College Library. I'm at the Scottsdale, it's a beautiful library. I'm just really surprised the staff was so mean to me and there's nobody in here. There's one girl over there on their computer. I mean, they have plexiglass up for their protection from COVID. So there's a bunch of protection from COVID up. Oh, sorry guys, my hands are shaking. My hands are shaking. Yeah. Yeah, any money for Super Chat that comes in, I'm gonna buy a gimbal. If anybody wants to refer me to a gimbal, which gimbal I should use, please let me know. I appreciate it. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it a lot. But I gotta get a gimbal. See, my hand's steady now though. My hand is nice and steady now. You see that? I got the steadiness back. You know what it is? It's when the cops come around, whether I like it or not, I'm gonna get a shot of nerves because they can arrest me. You know, they can arrest me for no reason. And so, you know, which by the way, you know, I'm not gonna get arrested. You know, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It won't happen. And if it does happen, it happens. But I'm not willing to back down from my rights. And that's the whole point. You know, hey, you know, brother, if you just go on your computer and tell me where Kavanaugh's office is, I'll take off. I'll take off, Mr. Respirator Man. If you just tell me where Kavanaugh's office is, I'll just leave, dude. You solved the problem just by telling me where Kavanaugh's office is. I walk out of here. I'll leave right now. More than willing to leave here. I didn't come in here to audit this library. If I was going to audit the library, I would announce to you guys, I'm here to audit the library. That's not what I came in here to do. I came in here to ask for information. And the lady immediately told me, I mean, look at the plexiglass. Look, just take a look. Not only do they have plexiglass right here, they have a double plexiglass. They have double plexiglass right there. So this is going to keep them safe. My hand, sorry guys, hands are shaking. Oh, Jesus. Oh, stop. Hold on. If they had just been polite, I wouldn't even be in this situation right now. I'm not here to harass anybody. If they just told me where Kavanaugh's office would, I wouldn't be here right now, and I would leave. I would leave. Maybe if I leave, though, the guy will attack me, that guy out there, you know? Or maybe he'll attack me. I don't know. I don't know the answers. But I just know that I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. I'm glad that there's going to be, thousands of people who will see this later in case I do get arrested. You guys, if I do get arrested, make sure you reach out to Jeff Lloyd in Los Angeles. His Instagram is jloydsold, JLLOYDSOLD. That's his Instagram account. You can also find him on Facebook under Jeff Lloyd. He's with Angle Vokers. So in case they do arrest me, make sure that you reach out to Jeff. He'll get me out of jail. I'm not filming you, brother. You said you don't want to be on camera. I'm not trying to be mean to you, dude.
Thank you.
Sure.
He is an adjunct who does not have or office number listed. So if you want his particular other than that,
It'd be great.
for you.
Thanks, and I'll take off, dude. I didn't come here to be mean to you guys. I mean, ma'am, this will affect you later. You shouldn't be so excited over this. This is silly. You shouldn't get so upset. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be mad. You should actually want this bird flu thing to come to an end. You know? Do not disturb on. I don't know why my phone rings. It really is. And I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. As soon as he gives me information, I'm gonna leave. That's all I asked for. I didn't ask for anything else. I didn't come in here for a fight. It's not why I came in here. I gotta get that gimbal, huh? I gotta get the gimbal. My hand shakes every time now. It's just getting worse and worse and worse every time. My hand shakes every single time. It's really frustrating. Yeah. Yeah, he's in LA. Don't reach out to him unless I go to jail. Because as you guys know, I won't. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So this is his. So
That's the only information we have.
oh, I see.
Yeah.
Is he ever on campus? Is there a way I can?
That I don't know.
What is
He's adjunct. He could be teaching remotely. We don't know.
Hey, dude, listen. You serviced my needs. I said I would leave if you did. I'll leave. Thanks. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you. He served. I'm not going to film it because he asked me not to. But this is the piece of paper he gave me that gave me John Kavanaugh's information. He gave me exactly what I asked. I'll keep my word. I'm out of here. Thanks, dude. Thanks. I really appreciate it. I'm just going to fold this piece of paper up. And just so you know, look into the constitutional laws because you don't want to be held personally liable. Because anybody who trespasses you can be held personally liable. And you don't want that, dude. You don't want that because there's people like me who sue. So all right, cool. He was cool. Thanks, dude. God bless you. Okay. God bless you. I got the information in my back pocket. I'm gonna put it in my flyer box here. Okie dokie. Thanks. Have a great day. She won't even look at me or talk to me. Okay. Okie dokie, pokey smoky. Okie dokie. Okay, guys. Thanks. They gave me the information I was looking for. So, yeah, I told them I'd leave, so I got the information. See there, sir? See there? Listen to me. You look so much better without that blue thin on you. You look so much better, sir. Look at that face of yours. Look at that face of yours. The face of Mother Lux, for sure. You look so much better, sir. You look so much better without that thin blue line on your face. So the thin blue line to us is a terrorist flag, just so you know. We think you're a terrorist. You serve a thin blue line and not the Constitution. That's what we're about. That's what all these people are about. So Thank you for your time. I do appreciate you, sir. You're nothing but respectful and polite. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Really sorry to offend you, sir. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to offend you. You take care of yourself, sir. Thank you. Where is the criminal justice building, by the way? Northeast corner? I'm just going to put a flyer over there. Thanks for your time, guys. I appreciate it. God bless. Okay, Kim, you have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Heading over to the criminal justice building to put a couple flyers out there. I'm not sure why they got so mad. Well, you know what it is. There's a sign out front that says you have to put a mask on, and when I told her I wasn't going to put a mask on, she was triggered. She was triggered. She was triggered. She was triggered. She was so mad. He's not going to wear a mask. Grr! She was so mad. Do you see how mad she was? You see, I mean, it's like ridiculous. There's no reason to behave that way. And so, did you guys notice though when the cops came? Did you notice how quiet I was? I want you guys to notice that. Okay. I was extraordinarily quiet as soon as the cops came, because if you raise your voice, then you're disturbing the peace. You see, if you raise your voice, you're disturbing the peace. Please don't talk about violence. Ben, please don't mention violence, dude. Malcolm X was infiltrated with people who promoted violence. Martin Luther King Jr. was infiltrated with people who promoted violence. So please don't promote violence on this page. I simply can't have it. I can't accept it. I'm not about violence. You guys hit the like button. 318 people in here, you guys. There's only 226 likes. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody here. 317 people. Reach over and hit the like button. Reach down, hit the like button. Reach down, hit the like button. Just take 2 seconds. Reach over and hit the like button. I should see that jump by 100 likes right away. Everybody reach over and hit the like button. Hit the thumbs up button. With 325 people, we should have at least 325 likes, and there's only 246. So that means you have not hit the like button. If you're listening to this, run over, pick up your phone, hit the like button. It just takes a second. It takes 1 second. Please help me out. Please help me out. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate your support. There's the business campus. Look at this campus. It's so beautiful. And there's nobody on campus. There's nobody on campus. Yo, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Listen, I didn't come here to audit the library, man. I came here to talk to John Kavanaugh. And everybody go to John Kavanaugh's Facebook page. His name is John Kavanaugh. He has a Facebook page, John Kavanaugh does, and let him know that we're coming for his job. His name is John Kavanaugh. John Kavanaugh. He has a Facebook page. You can send him a message on Facebook and let him know. Oh, is High Impact Flicks in here? What's up, High Impact? How you doing, brother? I've been watching your videos lately. Appreciate you, dude. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Where's the criminal justice building? That's it right there?
Yeah.
Is there access? Can I get in there?
Yeah, they're right through the other doors.
God bless you, sir. Thank you for your time. Yeah, as you guys can see, listen, you guys saw me one time be mean to a cop after George Floyd was murdered, and I was very upset, and I tore those two cops apart because cops are tyrants. But typically, you want to make sure that you're respectful, you know? So you guys saw me be mean to a cop on one of my videos, to a couple cops where I just called them, you know, every name I could. But the truth is you want to be respectful. You want to be respectful. You really do. You don't want to be disrespectful. So this one again says face masks required. Unfortunately, though, that's all mandates. That's not how I roll. A mandate's unconstitutional, and I will not follow it. And if you choose to arrest me, I will go to jail. But I will not follow a mandate. That won't happen. God, this place is gorgeous, man. This place is gorgeous. If you live in Scottsdale, you got some money, baby. You got some money. If you're in Scottsdale, How are you, sir?
I'm fine.
How you doing?
Can I help you with something?
Yeah, I'm looking for the criminal justice department.
Oh,
John
okay.
Kavanaugh's office?
Yeah. Well, John Kavanaugh doesn't have an office.
Oh, he doesn't?
He's an adjunct.
He's an adjunct professor?
Yes.
What, define that
That
for
means
me.
he teaches part-time,
Okay.
so he doesn't have an office.
Ah, yeah, well, he's busy writing bills at high transparency. You know, he wrote a bill that says that you can't film cops.
Yes.
Oof.
That doesn't mean that anybody agrees with that.
I know you don't. I mean,
Let me, the head of criminal justice, it looks like he's.
be respectful.
Walter is.
Is he in?
But he's in class at the moment.
For how long, do you know?
I don't know, you can check with the secretary right here.
Okay, I just don't want to freak anybody out or anything.
Then this one.
Okay. Hey, how you doing? You don't have to put that mask on for me now, it doesn't work. But I was just wondering how I could talk to the, what's his name again, sir?
Wally.
Wally, well, I don't want to call him Wally, I'll call him Mr.
Walter Olson.
I was hoping to speak with Mr. Olson if I could.
Well, let me just double check what he's doing right now.
Sure. He might be in class. Put this
Very
phone,
possibly.
this phone down for just a minute. My hands are just shaking. Oh, good Lord.
Today is a Thursday.
I hope it's Thursday still, or I've
so.
lost my mind. If it's not Thursday, I don't know what day it is anymore. Okay.
Well, he doesn't have an in-person course. He might be doing some work on his online course. I'm assuming Chuck brought you back to his office here.
Yeah, I wanted to talk with him.
Hey, give me just 1 second.
Sure, I appreciate your time.
He might be at lunch, because he tends to go to lunch right around this time of day, although he's usually back by now. So let me just see what he's doing.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
You're very sweet. You're very sweet. I appreciate the sweetness. Trust me, we all survive on kindness, that's for sure.
Well, thanks. Let's see here.
This is such a beautiful campus too.
I know, I've got a soft spot for it.
I mean, it's nice. You go to other campuses, they're not quite as
Open, pleasant.
Yeah, it's just so nice. I think it's just because there's good funding here. There's just good funding here. You know, good funding is always going to make a campus a better place.
Well, that's true.
And I hope that someday we get to a place where we can educate people properly and they don't have to spend so much money. You know, it would be nice. You know, this is where my classic liberal leanings is, you know, education should be free. If anybody's ever charged with a crime, they should immediately have to take courses, math, science, so they learn logic. Math teaches you logic.
It's interesting that you say that. I'm actually a logic tutor in my spare time.
So, okay,
I have
then,
a soft spot for logic.
educate me then. Educate me. Teach me more. What teaches logic the best? Is it just mathematics or is it English as well?
I think that English and math are both significant, but I think that English feeds into logic, logic feeds into math. So understanding language is the first step because language presents all of the opportunities for
I'm not filming you. I'm speaking on the microphone so people can hear you.
Okay.
I didn't want to film you, and I don't want to be disrespectful to you at
Oh,
all.
I appreciate that. I
Yeah.
don't approve being filmed.
I'm not
without
going
my
to film you
knowledge.
unless you explicitly give me permission to do that.
But yeah, it's just a matter of when you
Language
understand
teaches-
language, then you
language-
understand the barriers to logic.
Hear that? Language teaches logic. So if anybody ever gets arrested and they do some stupid crime, they should have to learn English and then possibly learn another language so that their brain expands and they learn what consequences are. A lot of people who commit crimes don't have basic education. Why you teach logic, huh? What can I look up any of your courses online, or do you have any?
I don't teach, I tutor.
You tutor.
Yes.
Do you have any video? You should make videos on logic because I would share them to my followers.
Trust me, it's interesting you bring that up. It's something I've been thinking about for down the road. I've been tutoring for 7 years. I'm going for a secondary degree in philosophy so that maybe I can teach someday.
Wow,
And
that's great.
in the meantime, I've thought about maybe open sourcing some stuff, but
You set up your camera on a tripod and you
I-
just teach what you know and people will watch it.
yeah, that makes me a little nervous sometimes too. I'm not a big fan of social media in general.
Well, people call me delete
But-
laws. They don't even know half people don't even know my name. They just know my handle.
I'm not saying there's not ways to do it. It's
Right.
just I haven't been able to explore that in
Yeah.
enough depth for me to get a plan in place for how that would look and what that would mean.
Your tutoring logic, you could definitely teach online. I mean, I teach constitutional law, and tens of thousands of people subscribe to my accounts. 300,000 on TikTok.
Maybe
So
someday I'll get there too.
no,
I gotta get through the next couple of years first. That's the thing is I have a lot on my plate, and the more that I add, the less effective I am at everything that I do.
Right.
That's logic right there.
That's why I told these folks I was looking for someone who builds websites, because I just can't stop and learn how to build sites right now. It's just so crazy. There's only so many hours in the day.
It really is a lot to
There's
take
only
on.
so-
I'm trying to make sure that my signal got out because this building does not have the greatest signal. And it shows that it was sent, but it doesn't show it as being delivered. So I don't know if he's gotten my text message yet. But, I mean, when he has his office light on like that and the door is closed, it means he's coming back. So,
Oh, okay. Well, here's actually what I'm doing here.
Okay.
Do you know this guy? Do you know John Kavanaugh?
I know John Kavanaugh, yeah.
He's a tyrant. He wants to make it so we can't film police. And as you know, the only way we've gotten to the point where all these cops are being prosecuted is by filming them. And he's against the First Amendment. And I don't understand how he's a professor of law on a campus when he's against the First Amendment. And
So were you just wanting to like give this to him, or do you
oh
want
no,
to have
I'm
a meeting
gonna
talk with him?
I'm
or-
gonna eventually get John Kavanaugh on film, and I'm gonna ask him, why do you think we should be able to film public officials?
Okay.
Why is that? I mean, it's really bad. There's a woman in New Mexico named Kimberly Bell, and her son was murdered. And then because of his bill and the language in which he wrote it, she wasn't able to get 26 seconds of body cam footage that shows her son being murdered. And guys like John Kavanaugh are a danger to America. And so when you really get into the minutia of understanding what people like him do, you start to understand that these people are ruining our country. Without transparency for public officials, our country is in disarray. It's really bad.
Did you want me to maybe just pass some of the stuff on to him?
Sure, I mean, listen, I want to be as amicable as I can. The library went pretty crazy. I just asked for information. I just walked in and said, can I have some information? And they told me to get out.
Really?
Yeah, I just walked in and said, where's John Kavanaugh's office? And she said, I'm not going to tell you anything unless you wear a mask. And I said, I'm always respectful. Unless you're mean to me, I'm not mean to you, I mean, tyrants, the cops, I'm not so nice to, but that's only because they signed up to be oppressors.
It seemed like that was kind of interesting approach
What is
to just tell you to get out, like right off the bat.
immediately?
Yeah, I haven't been in the library much recently, so I'm not even sure who all was over there, but.
She immediately went to authoritarianism and wanted to call the police on me. And I said, well, you can call them, but I'm going to hold you personally liable. And I will. Read this. I'm going to give this to you. That's 3 pages. That's Kimberly Bell's article. And that just shows exactly what John Kavanaugh and his mission of making sure, and he's an ex-cop of 20 years. So who's he working for?
Right.
Is he working for you and me? Or is he working for cops?
Okay. I mean, I will give this to Wally. Did you have any contact info?
Yeah, let me
or
give you my number.
anything? Like,
Give you my phone number, my email address. I'm not trying to hide who I am. I just came here to have a
well,
meeting.
I'm just trying to help get you what you want. I don't know if
Yeah.
you're just wanting to drop stuff off, if you were wanting to make contact with someone and have
I
a
wanted
conversation.
to talk to Wally because I have some students as well. And so we want to know, why would we allow Kavanaugh to work at a school where he's trying to hide the First Amendment? You have freedom of press, and he's trying to limit freedom of press. That's a problem.
It has a tendency to bleed through, so.
You write it? I can't.
Oh,
my
yeah.
my hands are still shaking.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
My name is Chille, Chille.
Chille.
Yep. And my phone number is 310-963-2445. And my email is delete-laws,
Like it's
with a
spelled.
Z at the end of it, delete, LAWZ, @gmail.com. Yeah, and if he'll give me a call, that'd be absolutely awesome. And then I don't want to cause any problems, so if he's not here, I'll just get out of here.
Okay. Yeah, I do have some work to do.
God
Otherwise,
bless
it
you.
would be
No,
nice chatting.
God,
But
listen, I'm trying to tell you, if you just start putting up videos of stuff everybody's learning online now. Everybody's learning online. Everybody.
kind of
So,
cool cool phenomenon.
I wish everybody
Little-
was as cool as you.
Scary and dangerous sometimes when you think about, you know, are people checking what they're learning? Because not all of the information out there on the internet is, you know, but you run into that problem anywhere, I guess, that information is found. So.
Well, the thing is you can fact check it now. You can fact check everything. And
Yeah.
there's a new history token coming out that will teach. You should just read that article. I just left that so you would read that article. You know, and that's what he's trying to do.
I will make sure that Wally gets everything.
God
And
bless.
I will encourage him to reach out to you at his earliest convenience.
God bless.
And then, I mean, if you know where he's at now,
Yeah,
so if you
now I
ever
know
want to
where
come
he's
back around again.
I'll come back tomorrow.
All right,
Okay.
have a good one.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, fellas. Okay. Okay. We didn't accomplish what we came to accomplish, but we did get some stuff done here. We did get some information out. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for the super chat. I'm going to buy a gimbal. I don't know how much they are, but I'm going to buy a gimbal with the super chat cash. I still don't know where my Shure microphone is. I ordered a Shure microphone so you guys can hear me better. I don't know where it is though. I ordered it, so I need to check on that order. It's been a week, so I need to check on that order. And thanks, I appreciate that. Appreciate everybody. And see, by the way, now if I get off this campus right now, they haven't trespassed me. So that means I can come back. And even if they do trespass me, you know, they're screwed. They're screwed. Oh, if someone's offering a gimbal, please email me, Gmail, deletelaws@gmail, deletelaws@gmail. I need a gimbal and I need that Shure microphone recorder so you guys can hear me better. Because sometimes I don't want to talk loud because I don't want to disturb the peace and be charged with disturbing the peace. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. So anyway, my phone's about to die, so I'm going to keep it running until it dies because I want to make sure that I don't get arrested here and no one sees it. They can't really arrest me, but I don't want to be arrested either. You know, my goal is not to be arrested. My goal is to make sure that our rights are respected. That's my goal. That's what I'm doing here. So make sure you guys email me. Anybody has that gimbal? Someone said they had a gimbal. deletelaws@gmail.com. It's a Z on the end. Deletelaws@gmail. And thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate the super chats. Thanks a lot. Thanks for everything, guys. Remember, repeat these words over and over. We don't stop. We don't stop under any circumstances. All right, I'll get the hell out of here. I'll see you guys soon. Later, Gator. Later, Gator. Later, Gator.